Hey guys, what is up? This is AntDude and welcome back to Crash 3 Warped. Today, we're gonna wrap up World 3 here. This little oriental area is going bye-bye. This oriental area with absolutely zero oriental levels is going away. I mean, I could keep talking, but I think it's high time we get started. The level's called High Time. Yeah, I was trying. Took 5 minutes to think of it. Okay, hey. Oh, good.
So, you pesky little rats aren't going to back off, eh? Just you continue to gather crystals and see what I do.
Honestly, at this stage of the series, at this stage of the game, whenever these bad guys say something, I kinda just tune it out. They all say the same thing. Like, oh man, we're bad, and if you get more crystals, just you watch and see what happens. There's that. I mean, that was a new guy. That was Entropy from before. So, I mean, that's kind of cool that we got to finally see a little bit more of him. Not too threatening. He is a clock person, which, you know, time travel game makes sense. But threatening, nah, that's fine. Welcome to High Time. We have another Arabian level, and since it's High Time, you can sort of place the meaning of the words already, and that we already did a little bit of vertical platforming. You don't see that too often, so they made a whole level based on it, and it works. I need to be a little bit careful, which, as everyone knows, is not really my forte, because we can get the box gem, of course, but there is also a death path. Finally, once again, we have a death path that we have to try getting to. And that will give us a colored gem, then we can go back, and we can get another gem in a previous level. We're gonna get quite a bit of stuff done. Let me just make sure I don't fail here. Now with that sweet new double jump, it still feels good. You know, you almost feel like, man, we haven't had a double jump in this series, like, oh man. There we go. All the boxes gone, no longer a problem. My point being, because I feel like I was spouting a bunch of nonsense, was, hey, cool, Crash has a double jump. It's a surprise that we didn't get one until Game 3, since it's such a staple of a platforming mechanic is a double jump. That was my initial point. Hopefully, okay, good, that death doesn't count. So we still got the death path. We're all set and good to go. I actually ended up doing a little bit of research, because I think some people pointed it out, when it came to regional differences between the American copy and the European copy. I don't know anything really about the Japanese copy besides I believe the Japanese give you more hints on stuff. I'm not entirely sure on that. But one thing that's really nice with, oh boy, the American version is that if I were to die now, I would just go back to the checkpoint and the death path would still be here. However, in the European version, if you die in the death path, you die in real life. No, you just can't do the death path again, and you gotta start the level over. Which is really lame. It's weird that they, for some reason, made the game harder. It seems odd. Normally, you know, I don't really know if this really happened much in the PlayStation 1 and 64 days, but obviously back earlier than that, they would make American games a little bit easier. But, oh, that's the end of a level? No, it's not. They would make American games, or anything overseas, a little bit easier than the Japanese copy, but it's so weird. There's actually another difference we're gonna see soon. There's the wizard characters from one of the earlier levels. It goes down in one hit here, but in Europe it takes 2 hits, and after you hit it once, it like loses all of its clothes besides its boxers, and then you hit it again. And it's very odd. You know, it's one thing to like change the title of a game between different countries, or continents, whatever. That's already an odd thing, especially if it's not really something that's overly offensive. Like, we can go back to Spyro, how it's Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, or Gateway to Glimmer. It's maybe Rage, just some people don't like the Rage. I don't know. It's odd. I want to be at these meetings, these localization meetings, and find out the reasoning behind such craziness. In the meantime, though, I think we're basically done with this. I want those 2 boxes to blow up. Okay. I will admit, I'm still... I can't let the paranoia go away when it comes to the exploding boxes. I can't do it. It's going to be part of my DNA for quite a while. We did pretty good, though. We knocked this level out. I died, like, twice in the extra bits, but in the main level, I did great. So I feel pretty solid about that. Gotta wait for Crash to do his dance that everyone loves. We got the crystal. We got the clear gem. We got the purple gem. Getting a colored gem still feels as good as it always does. There's Crash's infamous dance. And before we wrap this world up, we're gonna take a little bit of a detour back here to World 2. And I believe it's the 4th level here? Tomb Time? Aha! From high time to tomb time. That was tough to say for some reason. Okay, so this is how I tackled Tomb Time. If people remember, I want to make this jump as well, just real quick. Okay, good. Whew, there's one more jump, and we're set. Awesome. There's this little fork in the road here. I want to go right a little bit to get a few of the boxes, because it's going to be way easier in the long run. And now we can go down this purple gem path. Doesn't matter how easy or how few jumps there are, it still sucks having to backtrack. I did die twice from my incompetency, trying to be like, this is how I do Tomb Time, and then immediately die. So it's cool though, you guys don't need to see that, it's fine. For all you know, I've nailed it perfectly. But we'll have to do a little bit more backtracking once we get to the end here. It's not a big deal, but it's just sort of splitting the backtracking into 2 parts. And it relieves the stress if you die here at all. So in the long run, it sort of works out better. So we got the gem. Got this part. That activates these platforms here. Which brings us back to the main level. And then I just need a checkpoint real quick. I think... oh boy, I don't remember how far out, actually, the checkpoint is. I know we have a flamethrower. We have another one of the guys who throws the switch. This guy... Oh, I'm waiting. We got a couple boxes chilling out above here, which won't be hard to get. Do I have to jump at all? I don't remember. Okay. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, boy. There we go. Oh, my God, too fast. Okay. Not yet. There's these 4. I think... Nope. Okay. Whatever. I don't remember if that actually... I don't remember if crawling means I don't get hit. I think that's it, actually. If not, whatever, I'll do it later. Ha! Man, it doesn't matter how easy it is, I hate backtracking in these games. And if there's one thing they fix with the PlayStation 4 remasterings, whatever you want to call them, it's that. It's that to it, that's it. Leave the graphics the same, don't touch the music, don't touch nothing. Just be like, hey, we pulled the camera back for the backtracking bits. And I'll be like, sweet, here's all the money. Oh, actually, is that all the boxes? That is, sweet. I didn't even realize that was the end of the level. I could have checked earlier with the menu, because, see, Crash 3 did add some cool stuff. But we did it. And since you guys love it so much, I was gonna skip it, but I may as well leave it in. Bring on the dance. Everyone loves the dance. There's the dance. This thing, and the thing, and then the little thrusting, and then the spin, and then the ba-da-da-da. There you go. Happy times abound. Thankfully, the rest of this episode is gonna be pretty smooth sailing. 2 very straightforward levels. This one being a race. Road Crash. I still love this stuff. These racing things. I believe when I did the first episode with this, a few people said they weren't really a fan of this. And I mean, I get it. You have to be really precise to get first place. If you mess up once, you're kind of done. And the turning does kind of suck, but I feel like... I don't know, I felt like it sort of nailed the motorcycle controls, I guess? You can't really turn on a dime on a motorcycle, as evidenced. As evidenced. Oh, how do I leave? I want the box. Do I have to die? Oh, boy. Where's the sweet embrace of death? Where are you? There we go. Nailed it. Oh, that wasn't death. It sucks. There we go. That conversation quickly went from, I don't know what you guys are talking about, to, I totally see where you're coming from. Oh, I didn't, okay, I'm going for the crystal. Forget the boxes. I'm gonna have to really pay attention, and it's better I do that when I'm not talking, so it's for the best. I do like these levels though, truly. It's just when I'm talking, I can't pay attention to these boxes. I'm so focused on wanting to pass the other drivers. Because again, you gotta be pretty precise, and if I were to focus on all the boxes, that won't happen. That's fine though. Welcome to Road Crash, where now it's nighttime, and there's cop cars that aren't really doing anything. They're putting up blocks in the road with their own vehicles. Not really doing a good job. Okay. Oh boy, no, it's too fast. Oh, okay, this is a really wide turn. That's mean. Ooh. Okay. Whew. We will actually be returning to this level in the future. It's a pretty straightforward level for the most part. There is one little secret thing that's very weird, but we'll handle that at the proper time. Well, see, the thing that sucks now is I'm getting first place, and I've missed one box, so that point doesn't really even stand. Oh boy, okay. Huh. Dang it, I could have actually gotten it. I was off one box. But I got the crystal, though. Time to do this again. Boom! Came in second. Don't even care. Because it took like 4 more attempts to get I see what you guys are talking about now. I see it. I felt it. I felt the rising anger. I felt my body. I just felt the smoke start to come out of my ears, and it was just because you miss one and then you just can't quickly restart it. That's the problem. It's not necessarily the fact of like, oh, it's easy to miss a box and mess up, but that you can't easily restart. You got to go back to the warp room. That sucks more than missing the. Hey, interruption, cool.
Well, you've crashed a few parties before, but I never expected you to make it this far. If you don't turn back, I will inflict 1,000 years of suffering on you and the entire universe!
You know, I will admit, actually, that Uka Uka was a little freaky when I was a kid. Not like super scary, have nightmares, but definitely more threatening than anyone else here. Look at this. The level's called Doubleheader. You're immediately greeted to a guy with the 2 heads. I don't even remember how to kill him, dude. Just jump on him, and then he does that, and then, now he stays there. So there you go. That's the gimmick of this level. Interestingly enough, I believe also, speaking of regional differences, that guy only has 1 head in Europe. It's either he gets hit and loses a head, or he just always has 1 head, which defeats the purpose of the name Doubleheader. So I don't know which is which, but that's what I read on the internet, and you know, if you read something on the internet, it's bound to be factual. It is raining also. You can't really see it. If you hear it, you see a little bit of thunder, or you see lightning, hear thunder. I'll get that confusion cleared up in no time. I believe these guys also spin their swords faster in the European version, I believe. I gotta say though, as minor as it is, I do love the thunderstorm aesthetic going on right here. Because again, similar to the whole idea of it I think I've said this before, being bright during nighttime being a unique aesthetic. Just because you don't really see a thunderstorm in a platformer too often, I like it. It adds good atmosphere. You're not, no, oh no. No! Okay, couldn't nail that spin for the life of me. That would have been bad. That one's going off too. Oh boy. Okay. I heard the beeping way off in the distance. Again, had to be sure. And here you go. These wizard guys. Where you hit them once and they stay alive in the European versions. I'm gonna ignore the fact I got hit because that was crap. That was very impressive homing magic that wizard had. So props to him, but he's still a jerk. He shoots off the magic pretty fast, too. I don't like that so much. Okay. Safety of the bonus room. Luckily, though, this level is, again, just a straightaway. You just go through, get all the boxes, bing, bang, boom, you're done. No crazy other pathways or anything like that. No backtracking need to be done. We just go in, go out. It's a good time all around. It was just... What? That was a weird... I guess that was like I managed to jump off of the bounce box without it looking like I did. I don't know. I also just jumped on the TNT box without it exploding. Which is honestly for the best, because I needed to not explode so I can get these. The explosion probably would have had that in the radius, so I'm fine with that. Would it have blown up the bounce box? It would. So whatever weird glitch just decided to happen worked out in my favor, so I can't complain. Yay! I encountered 2 weird platforming occurrences all in one bonus room. Boy, it feels like Christmas. Alright, so we're already wrapping things up. I can see the castle off in the distance. That is probably where things... Oh, boy. No. You didn't swing at me that without... I just sort of, like, touched you and then flew off towards the screen. I didn't really appreciate that too much. There you go. For some reason, just could not nail a jump on him before. Everything's good, though. We're getting so close. We're getting so close to this clearly oriental area. It's about to wrap up. Get out of here, frogs. Actually, I don't think I got hit by the frogs yet. The frog's death transformation, whatever you want to call it, the death animation via frog is actually really humorous, but I'd rather not die again. I try my best. I'm sure there have to be some showcases of them. But I remember the frog one being pretty humorous. I'm about to die again. Yep, I saw that coming and I still went for the jump. There you go. Had a really hard time hitting those guys. But that's fine. We took them out. Doubleheader is done. There goes that medieval level. It's very straightforward, but very annoying, clearly. Double-headed enemies. Swing. And one more. Swing. Do a little dance. Get down tonight. There you go. Little spin. Ba-boom. Entropy. Or Entropy. Entropy. Use however you say his name. I've always said Entropy. You're going down, buddy.
Ah, you little vermin are way too stupid to understand what you're getting yourselves into. This time you've done it.
You see, this time I've done it. The previous times, what I did, it wasn't it. But now we've done it. And what is it? It's it. So we've done it, and now we're about to face Clockman here. For as non-threatening as I can't take him seriously, this is actually a pretty cool boss fight. Despite the fact I typically hate the fights where you just gotta sit there and wait, and then it's not hard to hit him. I never like defensive bosses, but for some reason I've always liked this guy. The music is kind of neat. It's actually a good implementation of a new antagonist with a decent gimmick, even though it is just time travel. Also, I guess I never really thought about this. All my joking about this not being an Oriental area, and yet this arena has a lot of Oriental vibes going on for it. Huh. I never even really put 2 and 2 together like that, that the time that you fight the boss of the world is representative of the area that you... Okay. You're going fast, balls. I don't like it. Okay. So yes, that's kind of neat. I also don't want to die. This boss fight, fun fact, as I try not to die, would return in almost a very identical fashion in Crash 2 on the Game Boy Advance. I don't remember what it was called. Entranced, I think. There you go. Got to throw in a fun fact right at the end. Oh, he exploded. Oh, he said something. I tried hearing it, and that just wasn't happening. Hey! I got the Death Tornado Spin, which is actually a really cool ability. I'll be showing that off as I wrap things up. Am I getting interrupted? I am. Oh, boy.
You insolent, insignificant morons! By defeating Entropy, you have placed us all in grave risk! Crash, Coco, you must realize that this time twister machine is very delicate. Without Dr. Entropy's constant care and control, who knows what it will do?
Alright, so they actually said it themselves. It is Entropy, and I get it. There's always wordplay when it comes to these guys' names, like Engine and Embryo, and you can get some clever wordplay in there, and I get it. But for some reason, I've said Entropy since I was a kid, so I just call him Entropy. I know it doesn't make any sense, but it's like a Mario versus Mario debacle. Whatever. Hey, look, I can spin real fast now in the air. And that's actually pretty cool. But that's gonna wrap up this episode of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Next time, we're going back to Egypt. Got 5 more levels to go through. Those cortexes are really, really well designed. I really like them. They're really cool. And we'll get to see more of it, hopefully, if there is even an Egyptian level in here, next time. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And as always, I will catch you dudes next time. Bye-bye. Death Tornado Spin.